Hi, Mercedes, also known as Boots, for those of you who don't know. This video is going to be a little bit longer than my normal videos, only because it's been a year since the last time I did this, and that lasted a couple of months, and yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. This is Movement Happy Living, and I actually started this, like I said, a year ago, because I have Oh Brother Where Art Thou playing, and it's making weird noises. I was having some issues with being emotional, overly emotional, to the point of near depression, and had to find something to motivate me to see the brighter side before I could lay in bed and think about all the bad things. You know, everybody does that. You just lay in bed at the end of the night and go over, I could have done this differently, and this went wrong, and tomorrow's gonna suck because, and I do that more than I believe most people do it. Not a competition by any means, just I have come to terms with the fact that I'm bipolar, and I'm fairly certain it's bipolar depression, and trying to find different ways to cope with it. So, lately, I went from going to the gym and eating what I'm supposed to be eating, and stop it, and trying to get out with Lucas more and my son, and just live life to the fullest. And I was doing that for a while, and everything was going good, and some things have happened, some life stuff has changed, and it's not entirely all that. I have my upswings and my downswings, and I'm in a downswing, and I'm in a really low downswing right now, so decided it was time to start doing this again, so that I could better manage, better cope with my, I'm not sure I would classify it as depression just yet, but it's getting there. You know, when you have those times, you're like, I could be a better mom, I could be a better daughter, I could be a better sister, I could be a better friend, I could, pursue relationships better, and at the end of the day, you're still kicking yourself in the ass, because no one does anything perfectly, but I have 10.5 hours a day to stand there and think about all the things that I'm doing wrong, and I need to stop doing that. So, doubling back around to, this is Movement Happy Living. What I try to do is, at the end of each day, find 3 things. They can be the most menial, tiny things that no one else would think of, or, something huge has happened, and it's, counts for 3 things, but you just have to find 3 things. At the end of the day, to be grateful for. Maybe not that you're happy about, but that you're grateful for. Things that, should happen, type things. Like, I don't know, today, and this seems stupid, but my first one was when I got to work, I got put on Team 7, which no one outside of my department would understand how excited that made me. I started in Team 7, and I have a lot of friends over there, and I'm usually over in Team 1 right now, which, don't get me wrong, Team 1's a cool place, but I was just really excited to be back with my Team 7 people and job, and it was really cool. I got moved again, but the point is, I started off on 7, and it started off my day really well, because I was super excited about being over there. The second thing, maybe not super happy about it, but I'm grateful for it, is I got to talk to someone today who was very close to. Put a lot of things in perspective. I'd already kind of put them in perspective for myself, but being able to talk to him about it, it helped. I'm not going to say I didn't get emotional about it, because I'm a very emotional person, but it was good to hear some things he had to say. So, I guess that counts as a happy thing. But then my third and absolute biggest happy moment of the day wasn't really just a moment, so much as when I picked my son up, I've spent every moment from picking him up to when I got him to bed, just me and him relaxing. And I should have been doing a lot of unpacking and getting our rooms together in ways they should be, and I took a lazy day so that he and I could hang out. We actually ended up watching the show that's Robin Williams called The Crazy Ones. I died, and the jokes that he got, he loved it. So it was awesome. He's only 7, but he's a really smart 7-year-old, and he knows funny when he sees it. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, which I know I'm gonna end up kicking myself about the stuff I didn't get done today, but that's what tomorrow's for. And I know you should never push things off and, oh, we have tomorrow, because, what if tomorrow never comes and all that. But there's also the living in the now and making the most of what you've got. And sometimes making the most is actually slowing down and not focusing on all the little things that still need to be done, and paying attention to, hey, not that I don't spend time with my child. Anyone who knows me, he's a mama's boy, and he has me wrapped around his little finger, but just getting to have some one-on-one time and relax, and not, Lucas, you need to do this, Lucas, you need to do that, Mom needs to do this, so you need to go do that so that I can do this. And just, it was great. It honestly was great. So that's all. It's all good stuff. Like I said, it's not always happy stuff, but it's uplifting. Maybe not emotionally, but deeply, like not emotionally, like spiritually. Is when you can get closure with something, or you can get a better understanding of something, or you can expand on what it is you know, or what it is you think you know. That's always good. But anyway, this one is a super long one because I haven't done it in forever. Tomorrow's will not be as long, I promise. Sorry I had to sit through all this. But I plan on doing this either until I'm no longer in my super depressive funk, or, I've gotten in such a great place and everything is so happy and awesome and wonderful that I don't have to do it anymore. This is my way of coping with things and making myself step outside of my situation and outside of what's going on with me. I have a few other people who are doing it not as a video, but they're posting on Facebook. They're listing a couple things that make them happy or happen throughout the day, stuff like that. And that's cool. That's absolutely awesome. And I absolutely encourage anyone who wants to do this to just go ahead and do it, and just tag it Movement Happy Living. Movement Happy Living. I can speak. Not for me, because, I will share in your joy, but for you, so you can kind of get that positive energy out there and feel better about yourself. And it's going to be rough to start, because when I first started it a year ago, and then quit because I got even more depressed, it had nothing to do with this so much as so many things went downhill so fast. Long story. It was a rough start because I didn't want to find any good things. Everything was bad. Everything was cranky. I got to spend time with Lucas, and that was it. But the more you make yourself see the positive things, and the harder you try and the further you go with this, you start to feel really good about yourself. That first month of it was awesome. I was the happiest I've ever been, even with some not so great stuff going on, and I would get really cranky at times, but it changes you internally if you can make yourself think of happiness. If you don't look at everything as, this is bringing me down. This is an opportunity to learn and grow and get through this. And even through the hardest stuff, it's still pretty, it helps. And part of this is the emotional part I know, and I'm going to keep telling myself until I do it, it will help with the physical part as well. Not that I'm, big by any means, but, I could be in better shape. Everybody could be in better shape. You could be eating better. You could be making better life choices. But it helps with that because you're seeing things better, and so you're wanting to do things better, and it's a really good motivator. So, like I said, it's not for everyone. Some people just want to, write 3 things out that, hey, this was a great thing that happened today, or you can even make a list, and this is what I actually started doing before I started making the videos, but no one knew this, is I'd make a list of all the horrible, terrible, awful things that I thought about throughout the day. Even if it had nothing to do with that day, it was just things that I was thinking about. in my personal life, what was going on in the country, what was going on in the world, what was going on, with my family. And then at the end of the day, after I wrote it all out, I had a good think about it, I'd take it outside and I'd burn it. It was helpful. But then I realized I'm still dwelling on the negative, so you have to find some positive in that too. So as long as you're finding a good spin and twist on things, then it'll get better. It'll always get better. It can, even if you're on top of the world, it can still always get better. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I'm going to try and do this daily. Sometimes that won't happen. So I'll do like 2. Oh, this was what happened yesterday, and this is what's happening today. But we're going to try. We're going to make it through this. And I hope everyone has had a great evening. And tomorrow is always a new day. And I have to constantly remind myself that. And I apologize that my hair is going everywhere. I just saw that. Don't judge me. It's okay if you judge me. I don't care what you think. Just kidding. I love you. Anyhow, I will leave it at that. And I hope to see other people join in this, because I really have some faith and believe in what this does. So I will bid you all adieu and say keep smiling.